Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the first video of 2021 that I'm posting, so Happy New Year. In today's video, I am going to be going over my 2021 planner and my financial goals for the year. So before I get started, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and then make sure to hit the bell icon to be notified every time I post. So if you saw in my 2020 planner video that I posted last year, I was using a little Muji notebook and that worked pretty well. But this year I decided to try something different. So I am actually using my iPad this year as my planner. I just bought this about a month ago and I'm really loving it so far. This is the iPad 8, just the regular iPad. And the app that I use is Goodnotes for my planner. I found this really great template, which I will post down below. And basically the template is just a plain notebook. But the reason I like it is because it looks a lot like a normal notebook. Like the pages look like they have shadows on them, and it just makes it feel more like I'm actually writing in a real notebook, which is awesome. So without further ado, let me just open this up. Okay, so first I will go into the GoodNotes app, and here it is, my 2021 planner. And the front page just looks like the front of any normal notebook. So when I go onto the next page, there's just my name, and the front cover page, which just says 2021 right now. I'll definitely put more design in it later, but for now this is fine. And the great thing about using this iPad as my planner is that it's very easy to change things up. You can erase things, add photos. You can really be as creative as you want with it. So then when I go on to the next page, it's my yearly spread. So on this left page I have 2021, and on the right page 2022. So I don't really know yet how I'm going to be incorporating this as far as highlighting days or making a key or something like that. Right now I just have my birthday highlighted here, but so far that's all I've got. I just like having these pages because if I'm trying to look and see what day of the week a certain day is, or just look, you know, ahead in the future, it's very easy to see from this. And as you can see, all of my months are, or all of my weeks are Monday starts. I prefer Monday starts to Sunday. I feel like it just makes more sense to clump the weekends together at the end instead of having it start on a Sunday, because shouldn't weekends be at the end of the week? I don't know, but that's just how I did this. And then my next page is pretty sad right now, but it's my vision board. I just have like pictures that I might look back on or help motivate me maybe. So here is a Lexus car that I am looking to maybe get in the middle of the year, like obviously a used one, but you'll see in my financial goals on the next page. And then also here is my little walk-in closet inspiration. I just took this from Pinterest, and it's basically what you can see right behind me here is my little wardrobe closet that I designed and built myself. But I'll definitely make a dedicated video for that very soon once I just finish adding little elements to it that I want. But there's that. So my vision board, I can add stuff, I can remove stuff. It's just so easy. And I always wanted to do something like this, but I don't have a printer and I just can't be bothered to go like get something printed at the store, and then you have to pay money for it and everything. So having it on here is just so much easier. You can crop things, you can move things around. It's like, you know, it's so easy to just do whatever you want to do. So then the next page. So this page is for my financial goals of this year. Currently I'm going to be tracking 3 different goals that I've set. The first one, as you can see, is my student loan tracker. During 2020, I didn't do super well on my student loans because the government paused all interest on it, and also I was buying this house and paying for renovations and everything, so I did take advantage of that and I did not put much money into my student loans. But now that the house stuff is starting to wrap up, not spending as much money on stuff, I can focus on the student loans again. So for the year, my goal is $6,000 to have paid off Right now I'm only $100 in, but that's okay because we're only 5 days into the year. And I just highlight it whenever I hit a goal. Again, I really like having that visual component, which and this page is very similar to what I did last year because that really worked well for me. It's just fun to be able to highlight things as you go and to see the progress that way. So yeah, my student loans, hopefully I can get at least $6,000 paid off. But the next one is my car fund. So as you just saw in that last page, I had a picture of a car. That's because my lease on my current car is going to be up in May of this year. So by then I want to have $4,000 into this car fund. I think that that's pretty doable. I already have $1,000 in there, so I think that it'll definitely be possible if I just focus on the car fund more than maybe the others for the first few months. And I don't know what type of car I'm gonna get yet. I know I'm not gonna lease a car ever again, but I would like to purchase something maybe in like the $10,000 range. So if I have a $4,000 fund for the down payment, then that'll equate to a very low payment every month, and then I can also have the payments go for only a year or 2 years, which would be ideal. And then lastly, my savings tracker. So I'm trying to have $5,500 into my savings account. I don't know how I'm gonna really do this. I know that I want to save that much, but I don't know how much I want to allocate to my savings account and how much I want to go into my investments account, because I would like to invest more money into the stock market since I am a registered stockbroker. So I know a little bit about stocks, so I feel like I should be putting some of my money into it once I have a nice sufficient emergency fund, which it will probably be $2,000 or $3,000. So I'm thinking maybe $2,500, $3,000 should go into the emergency fund, and then the rest could be invested. I don't know. I'll figure that out and I'll let you guys know. Okay, and then my next page, you might not be interested in, but in case you are, I'll show you guys. This is my YouTube spread. So it's pretty straightforward. On the left, I have the subscriber count. So every time I hit a milestone, I will color it in, and that just similarly to how I do the financial goals, this kind of helps me keep my mind on track and, you know, get excited when I hit these small goals. So as you can see, so the 800 subscriber one, I already colored in. I actually hit this goal 2 days ago, so that's fun. And then I put the date right underneath just so I can keep track and see how my growth is doing. I would like to hit 1,500 subscribers this year. I didn't reach my goal of hitting 1,000 in 2020, but that's in large part because I really stopped uploading for quite a bit, and it became very sporadic. And that's because I got the house and because I've just been putting so much time into the renovations and everything. But now I'm hoping that I can reach this goal this year and definitely try and be more consistent. And speaking of consistency, I have my content planner on the right side. I actually took this idea from another YouTuber's planner video, so I will link that down below as well. But I thought this was a really great idea. So what they did is have a little spreadsheet of video ideas, and then next to that is the date. So the date that it'll go live, is a little camcorder for filming, and then scissors for editing, and then the live. So you can check off those last 3 as you get there. I actually filmed this video already about a week ago, but then everything on my computer just kind of like crapped out and I lost all the footage and all of the edits, so that's why I'm refilming this a little bit later. So since I have my iPad though, it was very easy for me to just erase that check mark that I had in that spot. So once I finish filming this video, I can check it off again, and then once I edit and it goes live and all that, I'll be able to keep track. Okay, and then my next page is my monthly spread. So this is obviously for January. This is almost exactly the same as what I did last year as well. I just write down when things are due, special events, when I get paid, stuff like that. But what I did differently this time is on the left side, you can see student loans, car fund, and savings. So those were my 3 financial goals. So I write down how much goes into each on that month. So I put $100 today in my student loans. So I just wrote that down here. The car fund, I put $1,000 today, and savings is still nothing. And this just helps me keep track of it even better and see how I've done each month as far as allocating the funds that I have. Okay, so then the next page, this is my favorite page. This is the incoming and outgoing part of my planner. So for the incoming, it's pretty straightforward. When money comes in and hits my account, I will put it in my incoming. And when it leaves my account, when I pay for something or spend money on anything, it'll go in the outgoing. So for incoming, you can see I got my stimulus payment and a rent payment first of the month. And then outgoing, I have a whole bunch of stuff here. And this will really help me be more mindful of what it is I'm spending my money on, and each month see the totals for each side. So I can see if I'm maybe spending more than what's coming in, you know, what exactly it is that I'm spending my money on. So what I'm not going to be putting in my outgoing is what goes into my savings account, student loans, and my car fund, because that'll just mess with the incoming and outgoing numbers, and I'd rather just have those separate, which is why I put them on this page instead, if that makes sense. Because it's not really leaving my account, so I just didn't want to put it there. And then the next page is my weekly spread. So this is just more like a normal planner. I'm mostly using this to keep track of some memories that I want to have, things I need to remember, just anything that you would need to do in a planner. And this is kind of more like a bullet journal style. So I have here on December 31st, I have this little bottle of champagne that I got. You know, it's just very like simple. And then here for Sunday, this is my picture of the closet, which is right here, because that's the day that I put that all together and set it up. So this will be like nice to look back on when I want to have little pictures. And then the next week, I just put a picture of this burrito bowl that I made on Monday. So yeah, you can do whatever you want with this. I just kind of want to keep more journal-ish. Since I do have a work planner for like my actual job, so I don't want to put that stuff in here. And then, so I did the same for the rest of January. And then February, I have the same monthly spread as January, the same incoming and outgoing, and then the rest is blank for now. So once it gets closer to the end of the month, I'll fill in the new weekly spreads for February and onwards. But yeah, that is basically the whole planner. I hope that you guys enjoyed this or found it helpful. Let me know if there's anything that I showed you that you might want to implement into your own planning. I am very excited to get back into the swing of things this year. I'm going to go back to making my monthly budget videos, and because I have this whole financial setup, it'll be so much easier to look and see what I spend my money on and how close I get to reaching my goals. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do. It'll help me get closer to coloring in another play button on my journal. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much.